What's up, YouTube? Welcome back. I don't know if I gave up the details on the Hyundai Sonata. When you go to change your climate controller from the dash that goes from floor to vent, it's called the mode actuator. So you may hear it clicking and not moving through the motions and transferring the controls from the defroster to face to floor, or the mix between the floors and all that. And what happens is this motorization, okay, so what they do is they use a cam that moves all the doors at one time, okay, and they have one motor that turns it, so it's like so when one door binds, it stops the whole motion of everything. I'm gonna put that over here, and then here's what I have found, and I've done this for a few customers if it wasn't destroyed. And there's actually a cheat for it too, and I'm going to give it to you. If it's not broken already, you need to remove the radio. And let me just get, because I'm back here in my scrap pile and I was just thinking about this. So this is what it looks like if you had the whole dashboard torn down to the firewall, and this is your heater box assembly, which you do not have to do. Once you get the radio out, okay, which is inside of here, you will see that there's plastic that sits right over this. It's very visible. Very visible. And then what goes on here is the door inside of here warps. So this divider here warps one way or other. One way or the other. And what happens is it stops this range of motion right here. So see how that does that? So what happens is way back in here at the bottom, the door warps, and then once it goes past, ready? So here's the arm position if you guys really want to know. So once it goes past that position and the door's warped, you can actually see there's a scrape mark already in this one. Let's see, get some light on it. I'm gonna try and point to it. So there's the scrape mark down there, and then what happens is once the door goes past it and that divider, or I'm going to call it a shark's fin, warps in the path of it, what happens is click, 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 and it binds up the whole motorization. So if you follow that, right? So that divider in the center there warps like this, it buckles out. It seems like it buckles to the left, to the driver's side, and prevents that door from swinging, which binds the whole motorization up. What I have done in the past is taking a piece of wood that's on a wedge, and sometimes it's better to get the heater box hot with the heat on and then go and do this, because then the plastic gets soft and then you can actually reshape it. I'll show you what we did. So it's this. See if I can't find my famous wedge. Yes, anyway. So then a piece of wood on a wedge, right? Obviously it was sharper than this. I'm going to give you the ancient Chinese secret. So once you have the radio out, which is right in this area, get the radio out of your way. You obviously have to disassemble some of the plastics and stuff. You can actually go underneath and take the motor off too, but what a pain in the buttski that is to do, because with that green gear there will fall right off, and then everything is going to be out of its clock, and it's quite challenging to put back in. Quite challenging, even for me, because you're doing it upside down. You can't really see what you're doing. So I would tell you, don't disconnect the motorization if you don't have to. I did, because I have a lot of experience. So if you're a first-time guy doing this, then I'm going to say no. So once you get the radio out, you'll see the plastic housing that covers this. Take yourself a block of wood and slip it inside of here and get the housing up, okay? It's plastic, it'll flex back down. Once the housing's flexed back up, you can go like this with this tool. You're gonna go down inside, right? And then you're gonna go inside of here, and you're kind of doing this blind. So that's why I like the motorization off, because typically what I'll have is one guy down there moving it back and forth, and tell me what the resistance is like until it's free. And then you're gonna go inside of here, and then you're gonna flex. See how I'm doing this? So I'm leaning on this side, and I'm flexing this piece in. See right here? That's where the door's binding. Flex it, flex it, flex it, flex it. Especially when the heater box is hot, it'll be soft, and then you can move it. But you don't want to move it too far. You just want to move it enough so it's out of the way so the door continues to swing. So I'm going to show you that this is the normal function, and then I'm going to try and mimic for you. Not that one, this one. And that's what happens. So the door can't move electromechanically on its own, and it can't pop past that because it's not strong enough. So what happened is that motor is like click, 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 click until it stops. Eventually it will break something. So that's jammed, right? And then again, have somebody under here rotating the motorization if you can, which is a pain in the butt. But this is simple. And then keep flexing, keep flexing, keep flexing, keep flexing, keep flexing. And I'm going to tell you, we'll take a measurement just to help you here. All right, see where I'm at? So I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you the real science here. Because I just did this based out of my experience. Typically these guys have a tape measure all over the place. And this is the Straight Ninja. Straight Ninja coming from you, from Anthony from Meineke. So 6 inches. So 5 to 6 inches in. Don't go past that because you're not doing anything. So 5 to 6 inches reach inside is where you want to be. And this is the tool, which is a screwdriver that I made up. You can get them anywhere. Or a flat piece of metal. And like I said, when the plastic's hot, you can push it, and keep actuating that motor assembly. Like I said, if you're not too familiar with that, I wouldn't even mess with it. I would just leave the motor, the air door actuator in place, and then mess with it. But I know it's going to be hard. But I'm telling you right now, this box is hot from the heat being on. This will get soft, and you can gently push it back, and it doesn't take much. You don't need to force it way out of your way, because then you're going to interfere with the other door. You just want to gently massage it over, and it only needs like 2 or 3 30 seconds of reshape to get it in. It's worked for me. I hope it works for you. If you got any questions, hit me up. But this is what you'll be looking at. This is the whole entire heater box assembly. And like I said, you can wedge up the air box that's over top of this, which is very simple to do. Wedge it up with a wedge, get it up so you can just get inside there. Pretty simple. And then like I said, you can lean on this side of the door, the box, and go down 5 or 6 inches in. I wouldn't go past that. And then you're just going to reshape it like a paintless dent repair guy. Push, 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 push. And you'll get this thing working without spending tons of money. Or check me out. Thanks for watching. I hope this helps.